In this video I will explain exercise 51 of section 11.6, the mixed exercises. We are given a picture of a bridge. The suspension cable between these two pylons has the shape of a parabola, and the corresponding formula for this parabola is h equals 0.01d squared minus 0.5d plus 10. H is the height of the cable, so the height of the parabola above the road that we see here, measured in meters, and d is the distance in meters measured from the left pylon. The first thing that they ask us is at what height does the cable hang 20 meters from the left pylon. So they give us a value for d of 20, and they want us to calculate what the height of the parabola, or the cable, is at that point. So in question A we get a value for d of 20, and we need to calculate the corresponding value of A, and we do that by filling in 20 for d in the formula. So we have to calculate 0.01 times 20 squared minus 0.5 times 20 plus 10. If you type this into your calculator, it will give the result of 4. That means that at 20 meters from the left pylon, the height of the cable is 4 meters above the road. In exercise B, they want us to calculate the value of d to find the height of the left pylon. Well, at the left pylon, the value for d is 0, because the left pylon is 0 meters away from the left pylon. So filling in d0 should give the height of the left pylon. If we do that, we get 0.01 times 0 squared. That part remains 0. From that we should subtract the result of 0.5 times 0, which is still 0, and to that we should add 10. So 10 is the result for h when we fill in d0. That means that the height of the left pylon is 10 meters. The right pylon is the same height as the left pylon, so also 10 meters. Calculate the distance between the two pylons. So the height is 10 meters at two places. Once here with d equals 0, and once there for the value of d that we don't know. That's what we need to calculate in this question. So what I do is I fill in for h the value of 10, and then I get an equation that I can solve. 0.01 d squared minus 0.5 d plus 10 equals 10. This is the equation that I need to solve in exercise D. Now, step 1, can we use cards to solve this equation? No, we cannot. Step 2, reduce to 0. So I take away 10 from the right hand side. That means I have to take away 10 from the left hand side as well. So I get a simpler equation, this one. Step 3 is factorize the left hand side. Now we have a binomial, and I can look for the common factor. So if I break this apart, I get 0.01 times d, and here I get 0.5 times d. Of course, I can find a common factor in the regular numbers as well, but you don't necessarily have to. It's up to you. In this example, I choose not to. I'm just going to work with d as a common factor, so I put that in front of my opening bracket, and in between the brackets I write the rest, 0.01d minus 0.5. Don't forget to write down equals 0, that's the right hand side of the equation. So that was step 3, factorizing. Now on to step 4, solving it using logic. So we have a product here with the result of 0. That means that one of those two things must be 0. So either d is 0 or 0.01d minus a half is 0. Now this one's done. This one takes a little bit more work to solve, but it's not a difficult equation. It's not a quadratic equation. It's a linear one, so we can use cards to solve this one. Place your card here. The number underneath the card should be 0.5, so I know that 0.1 D is equal to half. And now divide by whatever we have in front of D on both sides to find the value for D. Dividing by 0.01 is the same as multiplying by 100, so it should be 50. Okay, the question was, what is the distance between the two pylons? There's a pylon at a height of, with a height of 10 meters at D is 0, and there's another pylon with a height of 10 meters at D is 50. That means that the distance between the two pylons is 50 meters. The final question, what is the minimum height of the cable above the road? That's this point, the point right in the middle of the two pylons. We can calculate what the corresponding value of D is for that point because we know it sits exactly in the middle of the two pylons. The two pylons are 50 meters apart, so we're interested in the value for H when D is 25. So all we have to do is fill in D is 25 into the formula that they gave us, and we should get the correct result. So here we go. H equals 0.01 times 25 squared minus 0.5 times 25 plus 10. Let's use our calculator for this one. 0.01 times 25 squared minus 0.5 times 25 plus 10. 3.75 is the result. So that means that the lowest point of the parabola, the point that's exactly halfway in between the two pylons, is at a height of 3.75 meters above the road.